Hello, welcome. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Brummer. I'm Associate Professor here at GRIPS. I'm deeply honored to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for today's GRIPS SDG Award ceremony. Welcome to all of you here in person, as well as to the hundreds joining us online. In this era of rapid economic, technological, and environmental transformation, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are more vital than ever. At GRIPS, we are proud to contribute meaningfully to the realization of these goals through various initiatives, including our annual presentation of the GRIPS SDG Award. The winners of the award this year are two GRIPS graduates, Dr. Kento Ozaki and Mr. Piseth Tip. Later on, they will speak to us about their award-winning project. At this time, I would like to invite GRIPS President and Professor Hiroko Ota to deliver the congratulatory address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 5th GRIPS SDGs Award ceremony. It is my honor and privilege to confer the GRIPS SDGs Award to Mr. Kento Ozaki and Mr. Piseth for contributing to sustainable urban development by implementing the Siem Reap Smart City project in Cambodia. In 2015, the United Nations adopted the framework for the SDGs to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. Here at GRIPS, from the time of GSPS of Saitama University, we have long focused on achieving what the SDGs now point to. Our alumni, in other words, have been equipped with the capacity to tackle many targets of the SDGs in their respective work. So, we have launched the GRIPS SDGs Award contest in 2019 to promote innovative effort by our alumni towards realizing many targets of SDGs. We wanted to honor and learn from the good work of our alumni. This time, we have received many applications from our alumni from Asia, Africa, and Europe. And after careful and rigorous examinations and discussions, we have decided that this year's award should go to Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip. The selection committee highly evaluated Mr. Ozaki and Tip's outstanding contribution to sustainable urban development by implementing the Siem Reap Smart City project in Cambodia. The project demonstrates exceptional applicability by offering a scalable and replicable model for other secondary cities in ASEAN facing similar challenges. Its creativity and innovativeness are evident in the integration of digital technologies, such as real-time data platforms, smart waste management, and tourism statistics digitalization, with participatory governance, ensuring that the solutions are not only technologically advanced, but also context-sensitive. The initiative has successfully brought together a diverse set of participants, including government, private sector, academia, and international partners, through the Smart City Consortium, ensuring inclusivity and shared ownership. Its design emphasizes sustainability with capacity building of local officials, institutional embedding of the Smart City roadmap, and mechanisms for continuous scaling of pilot. Finally, the project directly draws upon the applicant academic training in public policy, governance, and development economics at GRIPS, showcasing a clear link between their studies and real-world application. For these reasons, the committee recognized the Siem Reap Smart City project as an exemplary contribution to the SDGs. And we are really privileged to convert the 5th GRIPS SDGs award to Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip. This winning project was implemented with the cooperation of JICA. We are honored to have Dr. Akihiko Tanaka, President of JICA, with us today. President Tanaka is my predecessor as President of GRIPS, and he initiated the SDGs award. Last but not least, I would also like to express great appreciation to all the staff members of the Siem Reap Provincial Administration, Nippon Koei Company Limited, and the JICA expert team, and all others involved in the joint effort to achieve SDGs. Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip, congratulations. And we are really honored to have this opportunity to learn from your innovative work. Thank you in advance for your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, President Ota. Now we will be giving the certificate and plaque to Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip. Mr. Ozaki, Mr. Tip, please kindly ascend the stage. Okay, thank you very much. Again, congratulations from all of us at GRIPS. We now have the privilege of welcoming our guest of honor, Dr. Akihiko Tanaka, for congratulatory remarks. Dr. Tanaka is currently president of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, commonly known by its acronym JICA. Before assuming his present post, he was president and professor of GRIPS, and before that, executive vice president and professor at the University of Tokyo. From 2019 to 2022, he served as chairman of the board, Japan, for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tanaka.
President Ota, Mr. Ozaki, Mr. Tip, awardees of this year's GRIPS SDGs Award, GRIPS students, and ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure and honor to have this opportunity to give a few words at this special GRIPS forum featuring the presentation of the 5th GRIPS SDGs Award. Let me first of all congratulate Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip on their winning the 5th GRIPS SDGs Award. I'm doubly happy to attend today's GRIPS forum because first, the SDGs Award, as was mentioned by President Ota, was created at the time when I was the president of GRIPS. It is great to know that GRIPS alumni are contributing to efforts of achieving sustainable development goals. Secondly, I'm very happy that the project that Ms. Ozaki and Mr. Tip implemented is a JICA's technical cooperation project. I would like to thank the selection committee of the award for appreciating the achievement of JICA's project. This project is important because urbanization is a major challenge in many developing countries. Globally, those living in the urban areas exceeded the rural population in 2007, and the urban population is continuing to increase. The increasing number of urban centers are suffering from terrible traffic congestions. Almost all major cities in Asia, Bangkok, Jakarta, and Manila, to name a few, are all struggling to improve their traffic conditions. Not just traffic conditions. Urbanization creates many challenges. Safe water supply, effective sewage system, solid waste management, adequate hospitals and healthcare systems, and many others. Disaster risk reduction is also an important challenge. Many urban centers in Asia are now hit by increasingly more frequent climate-related disasters. Where there are risks of earthquakes, implementation of safe construction standards is necessary. However, meeting these challenges is not so easy because many issues are interrelated. Roads, bridges, railroads, ports, water supply system, sewage system, solid waste management facilities, and other infrastructure should not be built randomly. Designing an effective network of such infrastructure is necessary. So, in order to resolve complex urban problems systematically, it is generally desirable to make a comprehensive master plan and implement necessary infrastructure construction step by step. JICA has been engaged in drawing such master plans in many cities. But to implementing the master plan, it is necessary to overcome many hurdles, such as financing. Sometimes relocating residents becomes necessary, and protecting the environment. So it is usually takes many years to resolve important urban problems, even if a good master plan exists. For example, in Tokyo, the Kanni-dori, Kanjo 2号線, Ring Road number 2, between Toranomon and Shimbashi, was constructed or completed in 2014. The planning of this road was originated in Goto Shinpei's idea after the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923. The planning was revised and finalized in 1950. So it took more than 6 years until the final portion of the Kanjo 2号線 was completed. Let me mention another example. The Delhi Metro, India. The Delhi Metro is now one of the biggest metro network in the world. The total length is 350 kilometers with 257 stations. It is bigger than Tokyo subway system, the total length of which is about 300 kilometers. JICA financed roughly half the construction cost of the Delhi Metro by extending concessional loans in India from 1997. So it took nearly 3 decades to reach the current size. Actually, for this size of huge metro network, the construction of the Delhi Metro was rather quick, but it took multiple decades. Urban disaster risk reduction is also a long-term attempt. One cannot build flood control system in a few years. JICA has been cooperating with the Philippine government to prevent flood in Metro Manila for more than 30 years. In accordance with the Flood Control Master Plan, JICA financed the flood control facilities of the Pasig Marikina River in Manila, including the construction of the Mangahan floodway. More work is needed and currently still ongoing. But while a systematic improvement in accordance with a master plan is desired, many urban problems are rapidly becoming more and more serious. Quick solutions are being called for. A large-scale infrastructure development may not be implemented quickly, but there may be many measures to tackle immediate problems more quickly. Can we utilize new technology to bring about much quicker solutions? If we take advantage of information and communication technology, we may be able to provide much quicker solutions. I think this is the motivation of a smart city approach. Project for implementation of smart city approach to solve urban issues in Siem Reap is an example of JICA's attempt to utilize digital technologies to make quick impact on pressing urban issues. I understand that Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip will give us detailed description of how the project is designed and implemented and what it accomplished. I think that a smart city approach is complement to a long-term master plan approaches. Long-term urban planning is always necessary, but to cope with pressing issues, we need more agile approach, and that is a smart city approach with innovative use of digital technologies and participation of many stakeholders. What Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip accomplished is a milestone of advancing the smart city approach. I'm very much looking forward to listening to their presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tanaka. And now, Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip, the winners of this year's GRIPS SDG Award, will give a talk about their project. Mr. Ozaki is the manager of the Urban Development Department at Nippon Koei Company, specializing in international development. He joined Nippon Koei after graduating from the two-year master's program in public policy at GRIPS in 2013. Since then, he has been actively involved in a variety of urban development projects, primarily under JICA contracts, contributing to city planning and infrastructure improvement in developing economies. Mr. Tip is the Director of Planning and Investment Division of Siem Reap Provincial Administration and the Deputy Smart City Secretariat of Siem Reap Province, Cambodia, working to create Siem Reap City as a smart and sustainable city. A graduate of the Young Leaders Program at GRIPS in 2012, he has been involved in smart city innovation in Cambodia since 2018, working closely with JICA on various projects to resolve urban issues in Siem Reap City. The title of Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip's talk is Implementation of the Smart City Approach in Siem Reap, Challenges Towards a Sustainable City. Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip, thank you very much. Would you please take the stage?
Very good evening, Professor and everybody. My honor and my privilege to come here again after I graduated in GRIP in 2012. I was a GRIP student in the year 2011-2012, a Young Leader Program, School of Local Government. My name is Piseth. I'm working at a local government. I'm government officer at local government, Siem Reap local government. I'm also the deputy of Smart City Secretariat of Siem Reap as well. I come here to present about the Smart City Roadmap implementation in my province, Siem Reap, aligned with the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations. My presentation will focus on the Smart City approach in Siem Reap, challenge toward a sustainable city. In order, Professor and everybody know more about the Smart City, I would like to show about the Smart City video before my presentation. Please enjoy.
JICA project for implementation of Smart City approach to solve urban issues in Siem Reap. Siem Reap, Cambodia, a historic city, home to the Angkor World Heritage Site. Now, Siem Reap is striding towards a new future, advancing its transformation into a smart city. In 2018, at the Asian Summit, Siem Reap was selected as a model city for the Asian Smart Cities Network. Following this, the Cambodian government sought assistance from Japan, and in response, JICA has been working with Siem Reap on its smart city vision since 2020. The project began with organizing and analyzing information. What is a smart city? JICA experts and officials from Siem Reap's provincial administration engaged in-depth discussions. The COVID-19 pandemic presented challenges, but through online meetings, the project steadily addressed urban issues one by one. In March 2023, thanks to the tremendous efforts of all stakeholders, Siem Reap's Smart City Roadmap was completed. This roadmap clarified Siem Reap's vision for the future. This vision focuses on residents and tourists. It values and harmonizes with Angkor's heritage, Khmer culture, and nature by adopting smart solutions to tackle urban challenges. Siem Reap aims to become a sustainable and appealing society. Siem Reap's smart city approach embraces a small start strategy, moving forward with multiple pilot projects. These pilot projects serve as building blocks for establishing a smart city framework, enhancing administrative capabilities, ultimately aiming to increase the city's value. These pilot projects address a range of urban issues. One key issue for Siem Reap is waste management. We conducted time and motion studies on waste collection and used the results to develop the Smart Clean Siem Reap app. This app enables waste management to be monitored in real time, contributing to greater efficiency in waste collection. The project also collaborates with the German Development Cooperation, GIZ, promoting a green and clean Siem Reap. Another pilot project installed air quality sensors around the Angkor site. This is a collaboration between the Cambodian government and Japan's Waseda University, with data monitored online to support future research on the heritage site. The pilot project also addresses the problem of illegal parking. By using cameras and image recognition technology in the city, we can identify vehicles that have been parked for long periods and notify traffic police. This system has made it easier to manage illegal parking. The project also digitizes administrative services as part of the pilot projects. With a new document tracking system, government documentation is processed more smoothly and accurately. Another pilot project established the Siem Reap Smart City Data Platform called ASTAP. This platform aims to centralize dispersed information and support data-driven solutions for urban issues. In July 2024, based on the outcomes of the pilot project, the Smart City Consortium was launched. This consortium is designed to foster collaboration among the public and private sectors, academia, and the community. It brings together Siem Reap Provincial Administration, the private sector, academic institutions, and development partners to advance discussions on smart city initiatives. As a smart city, Siem Reap is actively pursuing partnerships with other cities. It signed a memorandum of cooperation with Takamatsu, a Japanese city renowned for its smart city approach. Furthermore, the Smart City project connects elementary schools in Cambodia and Japan, in collaboration with JICA overseas volunteers working at Siem Reap's primary schools. The Cambodian government is implementing a national strategy to promote digitalization across the country. With this national direction, smart city initiatives are expected to accelerate throughout Cambodia. As a model smart city, Siem Reap will continue to grow and become an even more attractive city.
I will present focus on the smart city approach in Siem Reap challenge toward a sustainable city. During implementation of the project Smart City in Siem Reap, luckily Siem Reap received the technical cooperation project from JICA in 2022. But during we implement this project, luckily I work with my schoolmate Kento Ozaki-san. He is the manager of urban development of Department of Nippon Koei. We work since 2022 so far under the technical cooperation project of JICA. Siem Reap is one province capital among 25 province capital of Cambodia, located in the northwest of the country. Siem Reap we have the slogan name we call Kingdom of Wonder because many wonder happen in this country. That is why we have the slogan Cambodia or Kingdom of Wonder. So Siem Reap is one province of Cambodia. Siem Reap is the home of Angkor Wat because some of you maybe know about the Angkor Wat temple, like the most beautiful ancient temple in the world. And also Siem Reap is the UNESCO World Heritage Site because almost 300 ancient temples located in this province. That is why tourism sector in Siem Reap very strong. Tourism sector in Siem Reap is the most economy potential sector in this province. Not only in Siem Reap, but tourism sector in Siem Reap is the one of the potential economy for the whole country as well. That is why tourism sector very strong in Siem Reap. Foreign tourists and domestic tourists come to Siem Reap. A million of the tourists come to Siem Reap, especially before the pandemic. Because of the strong of tourism sector, rapid growth or development in the tourism sector very rapidly, and population growth in this province also grow fastly. That is why we facing the challenge in the urban area. So policy setting to solve the urban issue is very needed for the Siem Reap local government and the Cambodia government as well. So in 2019, before the pandemic, Cambodia government and local government of Cambodia decided to implement a smart city concept to solve the urban issue in the Siem Reap city. Focus on 4 areas: tourism, one is tourism, 2 is mobility, security and safety, and waste. I would like to mention a bit about the smart city in Siem Reap. In Siem Reap province, we have Siem Reap city. Siem Reap city, as you already saw in the video, Siem Reap city became the ASEAN Smart City Network in 2018. During the annual ASEAN meeting in Singapore in 2018, 3 cities from Cambodia became the ASEAN Smart City Network member, including Siem Reap city. After became the ASEAN Smart City Network in 2018, in 2019, Siem Reap local government established the Smart City Committee chaired by the governor and composed members from relevant department in the province. At that time, Siem Reap local government also established the Smart City Secretariat. I am a deputy chief of the Smart City Secretariat. Smart City Secretariat established objective to assist the Smart City Committee to implement a Smart City in Siem Reap. In 2019 as well, Siem Reap local government request to the Japanese government to develop a Siem Reap city become the Smart City. So in 2020, Japanese government sent the JICA expert team. Nippon Koei is a private company from Japan to conduct the survey 2 years to find the challenge in the urban of Siem Reap. After 2 years, conduct the survey, Siem Reap local government and JICA agreed to launch the Smart City Roadmap to solve the urban challenge. So first one, technical cooperation project under JICA started from 2023 till last May 2025. After we launched the Smart City Roadmap, we start the first one, technical cooperation project. Luckily for Siem Reap, for JICA still support. Thank you, Mr. President of JICA, to continue to support Siem Reap Province to conduct the Smart City project for the first two start from last September till 2028. Smart City Roadmap in Siem Reap define the concept. In this roadmap, focus on 4 concepts. First is collaborative governance. It means that during implementation of the Smart City Roadmap in Siem Reap, we try to engage relevant stakeholders like the private sector, academia, and citizen partnership involved with the public sector in order we can hear the voice of every stakeholder to solve the urban issue. This is the one concept. Second concept is small-scale implementation. During we implement Smart City Roadmap, especially in the first phase of the JICA project, we implement 9 pilot project and project. And this 9 pilot project and project, we also implement the PDCA in order we can evaluate and to see the effective of each project. Third concept is data-driven. During first one project with JICA, we launched the data platform. This data platform, we collect data from the Smart City project in the city and upload this data to the data platform and provide to citizen, provide to the business, provide to the academy in order to promote the digital life efficient. And the last concept is sustainable and inclusive development. As I mentioned earlier, we try to engage all event stakeholders like private, academia, and citizen to involve, and then we can hear what they need, and then after we hear what they need, we can make the policy respond they need. This is the largest transparency and accountable. As I mentioned earlier, we collect data from the Smart City project data we implement in the Siem Reap, and we upload the data to like the open data is accountable management. We try to achieve this concept during we implement a Smart City Roadmap. In Smart City Roadmap also define about methodology. During we develop a Smart City Roadmap in Siem Reap, we use asset that we have in our hand and data that we have in our hand to develop a Smart City Roadmap. Through this asset and data, we found during we develop a Smart City Roadmap, we found 2 approach to achieve. First is a administrative approach. In administrative approach, we divide 3. One is administrative organization. Second is data management, and third legal system. And the second approach is a sectoral approach. In sectoral approach, also divide 4 sectors. First is smart tourism. Second, smart mobility, smart security and safety, and smart waste management. When we achieve this two approach, we will achieve the smart city roadmap implementation toward Siem Reap City become the sustainable city to increase quality of life for citizens, tourist certification, and active business. And smart city roadmap in Siem Reap also has the vision, as you already saw in the video. We developed smart city roadmap in Siem Reap for citizens and tourists, and which Angkor heritage, Khmer culture and nature, and by using smart technology to solve the urban issue toward more attractive and sustainable city for Siem Reap. During first one, JICA cooperation project with Siem Reap, we implement 9, I mentioned earlier, 9 pilot project and project. 1, illegal parking metering by CC camera. 2, vasculation improvement. 3, tourism static digitalization. 4, government international document tracking. Urban environment monitoring by sensor, public-private tourism collaboration. 7, smart vasculation and transportation. 8, data platform. And 9, public emergency pole. Among 9 pilot project and project, so far we still implementing 4 so far. 1 is a smart city data platform. I mentioned earlier, this smart city data platform launched in middle of 2024. The objective of the launch or implement this this project data platform, we want to publish to the public about the data after we collect the data from the smart city project in the city. Like the open, we try to implement like the open data to provide the data to everyone that when they need it. We provide data to business, provide data to the academy, provide data to the citizen. Now this data platform we have some data. But in the first 2, JICA and Siem Reap local government plan to expand this data platform by upload more useful data in this project in order to attract more business, more academy, more citizens to find the useful data in this data platform. Second, implementing that we still implement now is illegal parking monitoring by CCTV camera. This project we install 4 CCTV camera. These 4 CCTV camera like the AI function. It means that when the car parking on the sidewalk and this CCTV camera detect, this CCTV camera will alert to the command center police. Police can check the illegal parking by using smartphone or dashboard. After police check the illegal parking, police can take action. Based on implementation this project, we noticed that number of illegal parking incidents has decreased from 60 to 30 per day. And more than 80% of residents and business in the area that we install 4C camera noticed that decrease in illegal parking in the area that we install 4C camera. My part of my presentation is finished. I flow the presentation to Kento-san. Thank you.
Thank you, Piseth-san, and thank you everybody for welcoming us today. Good afternoon. My name is Kento Ozaki. I am a proud GRIPS alumnus, class of 2013, from the Master of Public Policy 2 years program. It is a pleasure to be back at GRIPS to share how our partnership between Japan and Cambodia has evolved into a model for sustainable urban development. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of this project as a contracted JICA consultant, and also to find Mr. Piseth, my colleague from GRIPS, in my counterpart organization. Let me follow up from the next slide, and we'll talk about the government internal document tracking system pilot that we did during the phase 1. This pilot tackled the internal government efficiency. The administration used to rely on paper-based processes that delayed communication. With the new digital tracking system, officials can now monitor each document in real time, and this reform improved efficiency, transparency, and accountability within the provincial administration. In the Public-Private Tourism Corporation, we try to foster a collaborative platform uniting public sector, private sector, academia, and citizens. And these pilots demonstrated that innovation is not just about technologies, it's about collaboration. The collaboration project served as a bridge between local administration and the private tourism sector through workshops and meetings, and we were able to lay a foundation to extract expertise and finances from the private sector to make an impact on the public services. And the success from the public-private tourism collaboration resulted in the establishment of the Smart City Consortium in Siem Reap in 2024, and this is one of its kind in Cambodia. And this platform now includes 27 organizations representing all major stakeholders. And together they will be able to co-design smart city initiatives, share knowledge, and promote innovation across sectors. This collaborative model has become one of Siem Reap's most important institutional assets. At the same time, we launched a city-to-city collaboration between Siem Reap Provincial Administration and the city of Takamatsu in Kagawa Prefecture in Japan. They have signed a memorandum of understanding focusing on exchange experiences in urban management, tourism promotion, and community engagement. The two cities have already conducted joint workshops, and also during the phase 1 project, 12 officers from Cambodia, they have visited the city of Takamatsu for the learning opportunities. Since we applied to the GRIPS SDGs award and were fortunate enough to receive the award this year, we'd like to explain how our smart city activities align directly with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Our work contributes most directly to 4 specific goals shown here, Goal 11, 9, 16, and 17. By linking every local initiative to these global goals, we ensure that Siem Reap's progress contributes to the SDGs measurable ways. Let's look at one by one. And under Goal 11 of creating sustainable cities and communities, we have worked together with the local administration and the citizens to make significant progress in waste management and air quality monitoring. Our pilot with GPS-enabled garbage trucks monitoring applications significantly reduced mist collections within the target area. We also installed the IoT-based air quality monitoring sensors to monitor pollution from transportation and open burning. And these data are shared publicly through the Smart City Data Platform, encouraging community awareness and behavioral change to provide access to safe, affordable, accessible, and sustainable life, while also reducing adverse per capita environment impact of a city. Under Goal 9, Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure, innovation is not only about high tech, but it's also about creativity in context. We introduced AI-driven CCTV illegal parking monitoring system, emergency pole, and data platform to enhance visitor experiences while improving safety and convenience. Each of these solutions represent a small step towards providing access to safe, affordable, and sustainable infrastructure to citizens and tourists. Institutional strength comes from capable people, and this is why capacity building is at the core of our project. And we have worked together with many officials in data management and public communication in the process of promoting effective, accountable, and transparent institutions, while ensuring public access to information and data. These skills ensure that sustainability of the project, even after external assistance concludes. And goal 17, the partnerships for the goals, that defines our philosophy. We value partnerships through city-to-city collaborations, through consortium operations. The Smart City Committee and Secretariat serve as the coordination hub for all activities. And the partnership among the people of Siem Reap, between the provincial administration and the central government, between Japan and Cambodia, between Piseth-san and I, we have been fostering the multi-level of stakeholder partnerships for the sustainable development. As we move forward, we still recognize some ongoing challenges within the city. We need to further strengthen the capacity of local officers to sustainably implement the smart city approach. We also require additional funding and investment to expand these small-scale pilot projects into the citywide projects. Regulatory framework still requires modifications to make the process more clear and straightforward to facilitate more projects, investment from the private sectors. In addition, engaging more citizens for the planning and implementation process enables more inclusive style of city management. At the same time, these challenges present valuable opportunities. Smart city approach is a continuous effort towards increasing efficiency of city management and increasing quality of life. The city has more opportunities to grow as more resilient. We can create jobs by attracting more tourists and investment into the city by promoting the city as the model smart city in Cambodia and ASEAN. Looking ahead to sustain the momentum of our smart city approach in Siem Reap, we have just kicked off with the phase 2 of the JICA project, which runs from this year to 2028. This new phase will focus on deepening implementation, scaling up pilot projects, and sharing knowledge with other Cambodian and ASEAN cities. And we will continue monitoring our progress through clear indicators and performance evaluations. And finally, Siem Reap's journey shows that innovation can go hand in hand with cultural preservation. By combining our ancient heritage with modern technology, we're building a model city that is both timeless and forward-looking. Siem Reap is where heritage meets innovation for a sustainable future. And the journey is ongoing, and we require collective effort for a brighter future. And we would like to welcome you all to the great city of Siem Reap and enjoy the heritage and the modern city. And in closing, we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to GRIPS and all our local and international partners for their unwavering support. I would also like to thank Mr. Piseth and the Siem Reap Provincial Administration, the government of Cambodia, and the citizens who have been the true drivers of the smart city transformation. And to all GRIPS faculty and students, thank you for inspiring us, the lesson learned here, and continue to shape real-world impact. And together, let us continue to build cities that are smart, sustainable, and cities that honor their past while embracing the future. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Okunchuran, arigatou gozaimashita.
Mr. Ozaki, Mr. Tip, thank you very much for your presentation. Please kindly move to the center stage, and also for the panelists, please come up to the stage. Okay, let us move to the discussion session. I would like to introduce the three panelists and invite them to kick off comments and questions, and let me briefly introduce them. First, we have Professor Tetsushi Sonobe, professor here at GRIPS, and also concurrently president of the Japanese Association for Development Economics, or JADE. Previously, he served as Dean and CEO of the Asian Development Bank Institute and was vice president here at GRIPS. Importantly, he was also Mr. Ozaki's advisor. We are also joined by Ms. Suon Kanika, who is a student in our ASEAN Initiative program from Cambodia. Kanika has been here at GRIPS for 2 weeks, but is already on stage. So welcome, yes. Straight into the fire, as we say. And also, of course, Dr. Akihiko Tanaka, president of JICA and previously introduced. I would like to start off by asking Professor Sonobe to make comments and questions. What do you think?
Thank you, Matthew, for kind introduction. Yes, for a teacher, it is a great pleasure to see the former student come back to school, especially when they come back to receive award. So I'd like to thank you, Piseth-san and Kento-san, very much for this opportunity to congratulate you. And I think my role is basically to ask the two a few questions to let them speak more. So I have 3 questions. One each, and then either of you can answer to the third question. So to Piseth-san, so I'd like to ask you a question about the GRIPS. So working with Kento will become one of your memorable experiences. So partly because of Kento's character and capability, but except for the working together with him, maybe important thing would be you two studied at the same school in the same year, right? And then I hope, basically I want to almost force him to thank GRIPS. So that's why I'd like him to, say something about how special GRIPS is to Piseth-san. And then to Kento, I'd like to ask something about kind of know-how to enjoy work and life. Because I know that Kento has enjoyed his work and life while working very hard under tight schedule, often on urgent or pressing matters in different countries, in different global regions. So, Kento-san, could you give a tip, a hint, or a piece of advice for enjoying work to GRIPS students, many of whom are in their 20s, 30s, or even the early 40s? And then the third question, either of you or both of you could answer. So this is about the JICA Smart City Technical Cooperation Phase 2. So as you mentioned in the presentation, so JICA has started Phase 2 to continue to work with Siem Reap Provincial Administration on Smart City. Also, in your presentation, especially toward the end of the presentation, you emphasized that you will strengthen partnership, monitoring and evaluation, and knowledge sharing. But specifically, what kind of innovation would you like to make in Phase 2? So your answer could impress Professor Tanaka and gain the further support from JICA.
Yes, thank you for your question, Professor. I would like to answer the question number one that you asked me. As I mentioned earlier during my presentation, I was a GRIP student. I graduated here in 2012. Based on I learned from GRIP, I would like to thank to GRIP, because after I learned and graduated from GRIP, my knowledge is very upgraded. And, I know about the local government in Japan and compare with local government in Cambodia. Not only in terms of local administration, but after I learned from GRIP, I learned about the economy. I learned about like the construction, in terms of construction as well. So after I graduated from GRIP, I gained the knowledge enough that I can join to work with the project under the especially smart city project. That I can work with international agency like JICA to develop my country, to develop my province. This is what I learned from GRIP. That's why I would like to thank GRIP that educate me more capacity to work and more effective to produce the work that I can contribute to develop my country. This is my answer, Professor.
Very good answer. Nice. Thank you, Sonobe Sensei. It's really nice to be back at GRIPS and reunite in this special occasion. And you gave me a question, how to enjoy work and life. And I guess for me, the key to enjoying work is to stay curious about people, about places, or about new ideas. And this work takes me to many different countries. I work in Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, all different places. And I try to enjoy by exploring local cultures, visiting heritage sites, also playing soccer with local people there. And often many GRIPS alumni that I met here helped me to find teams or find nice restaurants or all these things. So all these connections really helping me a lot. And these experiences in the local will help me connect people on a personal level and understand their perspectives beyond reports or data. So when you find joy in learning from others, I think it's even busy work becomes meaningful, I guess. And today I have my family joining, actually, and my son is sleeping there. But well, I would like to thank my wife personally, especially for taking care of my family, and I couldn't have done this without her support.
My answer to the third question regarding the smart city project for the second phase. For the first phase, we already presentation. We focus on the smart technology to solve the urban challenge. But in second phase, based on we discussed with JICA expert team, we in second phase not only focus on the smart technology, but we try to include the idea how to make the Siem Reap become the sustainable city. We try in this conference we want to hear the voice from as I mentioned earlier. We want to hear the voice from the private sector, from the community, from the citizen, from the academy. What they need in order we can make the policy based on smart technology to solve. Now in the conference we can integrate smart technology and what new that like make the sustainable city for Siem Reap. We try to create more green space, more air quality, more public space in order to make Siem Reap clean, safe, and friendly, comfortable for the tourists and for the citizens to live and to visit. This is the second phase that we will focus. This is my answer.
let me add on to that. In phase 2, our focus is not to start something new, but to build on foundation that we built during the phase 1. And we have already developed the smart city data platform, and we have the smart city roadmap to guide us. Also, we established the smart city consortium for all stakeholders to gather and collaborate. And now in phase 2, our goal is to make that platform fully operational and self-sustainable and impactful, and to mature it into real social infrastructure that supports decision-making and collaboration across sectors in Siem Reap. And in phase 1, we had a series of pilot projects, many of them, but in different areas of the city. We did illegal monitoring, parking monitoring here, air quality monitoring here. But in phase 2, our approach is to take an area-based approach, meaning that we'll work directly with specific communities and the citizens. And by engaging citizens on the ground, residents, shop owners, students, or local leaders, we can ensure that smart city projects respond to real local needs and deliver tangible benefits. And after 3 years, the phase 2, it's all in the hands of Piseth-san. So, and I'm sure he can handle it very well.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good answers, very diplomatic answers. Yeah, phase 2 should be very important, very interesting. I would like to invite Ms. Kanika. Do you have a comment or question?
Thank you so much. Actually, I don't have a comment, but I would like to ask questions. But before that, I would like to say congratulations to both of you again. And it's very honored to be a panelist today with just 2 weeks at GRIP. Okay, so my question is that how can we make sure that this smart city approach inclusive can stay inclusive so that the local community and the vulnerable group will be benefit while we still preserve Siem Reap cultural heritage and protect the environmental, the natural environment over there? What will be the challenge and how you can promote this? Thank you.
Thank you. Your question. In order to answer your question, as Kento-san present, now we have the mechanism Smart City Consortium. The Smart City Consortium now composed by the public sector, private sector, and academia, not yet include the community. But in the phase 2, we plan to include the community in this platform, in this mechanism. Citizen, including the disability and every community that involved, we will include in this mechanism, consulting mechanism. That is why when we include them in this mechanism, we can hear what they need, what they want through smart city implementation. So we can respond they need based on a smart city consortium. However, smart city consortium we just create in middle of 2024, just like a short term. That is why we want to learn more in Japan. We present we made a sister city with Takamatsu city. In this sister city, we learn from Takamatsu city about the consortium mechanism in Takamatsu city, how Takamatsu city consortium working. That is why we want to learn more. Not only Takamatsu, maybe other city in Japan, we want to learn more how to work smoothly and how to work effectively in consortium mechanism in order we can apply in Siem Reap, especially the voice from the resident. We want to hear, to make the policy respond to the need. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And Professor Tanaka.
Well, thank you very much for your excellent presentation. I think your presentation clarifies what I wanted to say. I believe this type of smart city approach really complement to the large-scale infrastructure projects that are needed for solving urban problems. And I'm particularly impressed by the applications that is utilizing digital technology, the waste collection, and also illegal parking. I understand that these are still pilot projects. But then, you know, looking at them, why not we don't have that digitalized use in Japan's waste collection or illegal parking? I think many of the Japanese who live, you know, they simply don't know when, you know, the garbage collector come. And so you have to be ready in the early morning, but then sometimes they are left until in the middle of the afternoon. And so I believe after the success of pilot projects, it may be necessary to scale these type of activities up in Japan too. In that way, I believe international collaboration is not a one-way street, but it becomes a really two-way street and mutually beneficial attempts. And so what works in Siem Reap, we may be able to utilize them in some other tourist-related cities like Nara or Kyoto or Takayama or, you know, wherever. And so I think it would be nice if we could share these experiences in Japan too. But having said this, I have a question to Mr. Tip and and I think what have, you know, as far as pilots projects goes, it appears that things worked very much. But what do you consider to be the obstacles for further scaling these technique up? You know, simple naive questions. I assume that not all residents have the smartphones to track when the garbage collector comes. And is the availability of smartphones not an issue in Cambodia? Or everyone have access to smartphones? Or in terms of illegal parking, I think this is applied to only a selected area at this moment. But in order to expand to the entire city, it may cost a lot of money. And then another, you know, good projects is, you know, data collection, systematic digitalization of important documents, transforming paper-based documents into digitalized data. That's very good. But again, in order to really scale this up, you need a lot of cost as well as a lot of persuasion. People who used to work on the paper generally do not like to be imposed on to transform their data into digital form. And so what do you consider to be the challenges in scaling them up?
I think there are two main obstacles, and I think we share opinions also. And one is the finance, and second is the digital literacy. Maybe you talked about, and maybe on the finance approach you can elaborate from provincial side.
Yes, I agree with you, Kento-san. I respond to the question from President. The most important one is financial support. Because of financial support, in order to scale up, we already see the effective of the project. During the pilot project, we see the effective. We want to scale up this project, but the more important one is financial support. So that is why in phase 2, I think attract the private sector involvement to invest in smart city project is very important. But we still face the obstacle if we try to attract the private sector involved, because the private sector, they want to make the project that make the profitable project. But like the smart city project, we provide the beneficiary to the public, so the profitable not so profit compared with other project. This is why still a challenge. But I myself, my personal idea, I think we try to convince the central government of Cambodia to allocate more budget to Siem Reap. If we can submit the smart city proposal to the central government, central government can say, oh, this is a very effective and very good outcome for the Siem Reap. And not only for Siem Reap, as I mentioned, tourism sector is one of the most economic potential for the whole country as well. So when provide beneficiary to the tourism sector, maybe easy to convince the central government to more allocate budget to the Siem Reap local government. This is my idea. Thank you.
Maybe for the digital literacy, everyone in the city of Siem Reap has a smartphone. Even a small village, they have their own smartphones, and they can operate it, simple applications on the smartphones. So we took the approach of creating an app, making it user-friendly. However, there are some public officials in provincial administration or related organizations that are struggling to find a simple operation of Word and Excel difficult. In the phase 1, we also did a training, IT digital training to some of the relevant officers, providing Word and Excel beginner and intermediate programs that the provincial administration is still in a level, and we need to customize to it. And if you're like approaching smart city, it's not like you need the most high-end technology to realize a smart city, but you need to see the capacity of the people who's going to operate those technologies, and you have to adjust to their capabilities in order to have sustainable and successful smart city approach, I think. Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much. I would like to open up the floor to questions and comments. So for all of you here at Sokairo Hall, please raise your hand if you have something to say, and we will pass you the microphone. Who's first? Not all at once. We have to take our turn. Okay, well, let me ask a question then. I recall once, several years ago now, in one of Professor Tanaka's courses, he noted the challenge, one of the challenges in official development assistance, ODA, was that once a particular aid was provided, the intended use was often neglected, and local communities took up an entirely different application of the infrastructure or technology. And I believe that the example was flood infrastructure and how local communities found this concrete infrastructure quite useful for building their houses on, which was an unintended consequence, right, of the nth degree. And I'm wondering, in this first stage of the Smart City project, have you experienced uses of the technologies or infrastructures or institutions that you weren't expecting? What do you think? Or maybe everything is being used exactly as you planned?
I see. Okay. Well, let me take up the example of maybe illegal parking monitoring. That came up from the needs of the provincial police that they're struggling to catch the illegal parking during within the city, and we have installed the CCTV and the monitoring system, alert system, to notify the police that when the illegal parking is happening very quickly. And now, during the phase 1, we installed 4 CCTVs. 2 were very effective, found many illegal parkings and helped everyday operations, I think. And 2 were not so much, because after we set it up, there wasn't so much alert. People maybe became aware that there's a camera and not parked there anymore. But so now, like, those 2 effective ones remained, and 2 not so much working ones we are transforming into different surveillance system now in different areas of the city. I guess this camera is used for the crime detection. And I think, as Tanaka sensei mentioned in the opening speech about agile way of planning and implementation, we need to find out if the approach is effective or not in the quick stage. And then if it's not, we can move on to different purposes. And that's what's happening in Siem Reap, I think.
Yes, now we, as Kento-san just mentioned, we add the 4 CCTV camera, not for illegal parking, but for detecting the gun using. We install a CCTV camera like AI function camera when someone use the gun in the area that we install CCTV camera. When CCTV camera detect, they will alert or notify to the command center. Not only the gun using, but fighting, conflict also notice to the command center. This is we change from what we implement in phase 1 to the phase 2 project. Yes, I want to add from Kento.
Okay, thank you very much. So in some ways, your intended use was too successful, and then you iterated and applied it in a different way. Okay, any questions, comments from the floor? Let's start with, on the right, with Izuka-sensei.
Thank you very much. My name is Michiko Izuka. I'm a professor at GRIPS. And let me reiterate congratulations for your winning the award. And thank you very much for a very interesting story from the Siem Reap. My question is about legal structure. That you have been talking about the physical infrastructure, which is very important. But in order for the physical infrastructure, especially the high technology introduced to the citizen, I think there needs to be accompanied by the legal and more guidelines. So I want to know how these things have been complemented in your projects?
Yes, smart city concept is very new. First of all, I would like to thank you for your question. Regarding your question, I think smart city concept is very new. So the challenge for Siem Reap right now is a legal instrument to implement the smart city project, especially in the privacy. When we use a CCTV camera, we don't have the legal instrument that involved with the CCTV camera surveillance. What impact the privacy of the people? So now I can say that now we're facing the lacking legal instrument to implement smart city project.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I think, yeah, that's a very important point, right? So often we talk about infrastructure and data when considering smart cities, but a lot of the real importance has to do with institutional development and governance and things along those lines. Who's next? Yes, Jutsuya-sensei.
Okay, thank you very much for interesting talks and presentations, and I'm very happy to see both of you, and in particular, Ozaki-san was the chair of the ISC, right? And so he was from student time, he was very, very active. And so, okay, my question is that, now you are getting higher stage of phase 2, right? And on the other hand, these days, one technologically big change from up to here and from now on is that generative AI. So I wanna have your idea about how you are thinking, how you think of utilizing this, new technology. This is a problem for every kind of aid or developing plan, this kind of thing. Oh, my name is Takashi Tsuchiya, and Professor of GRIPS.
Okay, Tsuchiya-sensei, thank you so much. It's nice to see you again. Yes, recent advancement in AI technology is too much to keep up, and I guess it's a problem, and also it's an opportunity at the same time. I'm in urban planning field, but AI can kind of generate urban master plan in a second, which is very frightening. However, for us and for Nippon Koei, it is we work on site. We pick on small local context, and we work with people. We work with citizens, and those small voices from the citizens and local residents are often neglected in the AI context, I think. And of course, we'd like to use the effective use of AI technology as well, but at the same time, we'd like to keep the context as local as possible and to the people-centered plans. Piseth-san, do you have anything on AI?
Yes, I'm not really in AI, but my presentation is we try to use the smart technology to solve the urban issue. We will use AI or other technology to solve the urban issue in Siem Reap. But as Kento some slide presentation, the momentum, sustainable momentum, we want to work with other agencies like JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, other UN agency to work. Especially, we want to learn more from Japan city and other city in the world. What is smart technology, including AI, to solve the urban issue. So after we learn, we can apply. This is my answer. I don't know exactly what we use AI to in the phase 2 smart city project. But after we learn from other city, other partnership, other partner, we will apply.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh.
Professor Tanaka.
I have a comment on the use of generative AI in development cooperation. And one big challenge is the dominance of English-based data that generative AI rely on, particularly large language models. And in the case of Cambodia, the language Khmer, and I don't believe that the Cambodia has utilized large-scale Khmer language data that large-scale language model can rely on. And so there is a limitation, as Ozaki-san mentioned. If we are really interested in local context, we need locally based large language data that generative AI can rely on. Otherwise, simply relying on English-based global data, that may not be so useful.
Sounds like a potentially good ODA project. I think we have time for one more question. Professor Iwama.
Thank you very much. My name is Yoko Iwama, teaching international relations here at GRIPS. I have a relatively general question about tourism in Siem Reap. I mean, having such a treasure, I can imagine that there will be tourists from all over the world. We have a similar phenomenon here that some places are overwhelmed with tourists and there are negative local reactions against the tourists. I'd like to know if you have similar experiences and you're using the technology to cope with these things.
Yes, thank you for your question. Tourism sector in Japan more different from tourism sector in Siem Reap. Tourists in Japan are larger overflow, but tourists in Siem Reap, especially my country, not yet. That is why we try to implement smart city project to attract tourists come to stay longer in order to make our economy better. Before COVID-19, we received foreign tourists, at least 1 million tourists a month. Not a month, not a day. They bought a ticket, enter the temple, 1 million a day. Sorry? A year, sorry, a year.
10,000.
Yes. 10,000 a day. 10,000 a day, but now only 1,500 to 2,000. So decrease a lot. That's why we try to attract them back through using the smart technology, smart city project to attract them back. Different from Japan. Japan citizen doesn't want tourists come more and more, but Siem Reap we welcome tourists come more and more.
Okay, well, your presentation today has successfully convinced me to visit as a tourist. So thank you very much. And thank all of you for your participation today here on stage, in person and online. This concludes our award ceremony today. I would like to express my sincere gratitude once again to all of you. And again, congratulations to Mr. Ozaki and Mr. Tip on their outstanding achievements.